Hey.
So, yesterday I got myself two coffees and I was like, man, coffees are so expensive. And then I
True.
realized that the price of two coffees is pretty close to like a container of cold brew.
Nice.
So
And you
I just
you can
went,
just
yeah. Actually, I
yeah,
also got a pint of half and half and I like took a swig and poured in some half and half and then took another swig and poured in the rest of the half and half.
that's really smart. There's this new stuff that somebody brought in to the Star Trek gig. They brought like a thing of cold brew and then it's sort of like whipped cream, but it's like nitrous activated cold cream or whatever, and it's like supposedly specifically made for cold brew. And I'm like, how different can it be? It's actually like delicious.
What? Yeah, I don't doubt it.
It's just cream. It's cream, but it's all frothed up, and you put it in your cold brew, and you're like, ooh, yum. But I like your method of
Oh,
just like pouring the cream directly into the cold brew bottle. That's very smart.
and then like if you like it frothy, what you can
Mhm.
do is
Just shake it up. You know, one time when I lived in Wisconsin, where it gets very, very cold, negative degrees, I walked to the grocery store and bought my groceries. Amongst them was whipping cream. And I like, walked home with a backpack slightly jiggling the whole time in like below freezing weather. And when I got home, I had ice cream.
interesting
Like I literally made cream, like ice cream from the whipped cream.
because you kept it cold, you kept it churning.
Yeah, like I literally followed, and I think it was like negative 20 degrees. So like,
Yeah, it would have to be very cold.
yeah, it was real, real cold. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. If I had opened it and put some sugar in there, I would have had some delicious ice cream.
That reminds me of the time in grade school when they gave us little Tupperware containers and they poured a little buttermilk in and they just had us shake it all day till it became butter.
Ooh, hell yeah. I should make my own better. Oh,
We should
Kitty
remember
just
that as a kids' activity.
yeah, you would like I remember that too, and they used to have those little like balls you could take to the beach and you fill with like ice and salt and then cream and you like the kids like throw the ball back and forth and then you have ice cream.
Yeah, I just meant it'll keep them busy.
Right.
It's always good to keep like high energy activities in mind for kids because it's so much energy.
They have so much energy and they work so hard.
It's too much, honestly, which is why we should put them to work making butter. Plus, it's hilarious. Have you ever stood by a penny press machine
I
for a
have.
while? I mean, I have not just to like be like, well, this penny press machine seems to be where it's happening, but like I was working in a place and there was a penny press machine not far away. Kids run to it just to turn the handle.
And I remember for a while some places like went all like digital sort of for those things and they like took away the handle. And I noticed that that was very short-lived, and very soon after, they changed it and, like, kind of kept the digital part, but you still had, like, a handle to crank. Because like, that's
Yeah,
the whole fun of it. If you don't have a handle to crank, if you just press a couple buttons, I don't care
I
about that. I wanna crank that handle.
if I ever like own a building that people go through, I'm just gonna have a handle on a wall that is connected to a generator, Maybe I'll make it look like an out-of-order press penny machine. I don't care. I'm just going to have it there, and kids can crank it. Because I'm pretty sure you'll get free energy, because kids see a handle, and they're like, hot damn, a simple machine? I want to utilize that.
Yeah. I want to crank. The kids yearn for the mines. They want to crank that hand. The kids yearn for the mines.
The kids yearn for labor.
They want to crank that handle. Hey, you know what else the kids yearn for?
You cut out a little, so I'm going to assume you asked, you know what else the kids like? And the answer would be the great taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
And also the secret show.
Magna Carta.
Secret show.
Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid.
But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee, dee, a fwit-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road.
Let's go!
I may have made a mistake, and I might not be able to access the regular. I may have made a mistake, Cubby.
What
When I
happened?
made the StreamYard, I
Yeah.
didn't realize. I think I didn't put it into the right thing, and now it won't let me switch over, so I can't get to where the crafting credits are.
They did move not too long ago. Like, it used to be that all the media assets were under like one tab, and now they've been split into two tabs, and that still throws me sometimes.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to play the crafting show intro video. That's
Wait, that
okay
means
though,
we've
right?
got to take the theme song.
Yeah. Do we remember it? You crafting, crafting,
Crafting with Josie and Cubby.
Cubby. It's a crafting
What will we make
today? You know it better than I do. What is the dice of the day? Crafting,
Trivia questions.
collaborating. What would an octopus say? Trivia questions, hooray. Creating, clickbaiting, can't
hardly waiting for the crafting
show. A
show.
crafting show with Cubby and Shoshi. And the Calendar Boys.
No, we didn't have any media assets. The Calendar Boys will never fall away.
That's right. Calendar Boys are always here. You can't get rid of the Calendar Boys. Just so you know, on Mondays, 8 p.m., Modern Monday with Lady Prudence. Tuesday, 10 a.m., Sons of Shakespeare. 8 p.m., Nat 20 Adventures Prince Space Jammer. Maybe.
Wednesday, 12:30? Who knows?
Who knows? 9 p.m., Gossip Horror Gaming. Thursday, Flash Phantasmagoria Stories with Heather Z. 8 p.m., Show of the Week. The weekend is yours. Weekend is yours to enjoy.
Weekend is yours for the taking.
That's right. Oh, that was a nice
Weekend is yours for the taking.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Wait. Sorry. Still Calendar Boy.
Weekend is yours for the taking. Oh man, I'm not a calendar boy. Those are separate people in Shoshi and I.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know when they show up or how or why. Ours is not to wonder why. Ours is but to craft and die.
We assume they're sticking to some kind of schedule just because
they're the Calendar Boys, you would assume.
Yeah. But also, like, it's not productive of us to assume that.
That's true. You know what they say, don't make assumptions, makes an ass out of you and umption.
See, I always heard as when you assume, it makes an ass out of Yumi. And he doesn't like that.
I think both work. Cubby, there's a question. Sally A would like to know, will you make the last weekend of New Jersey Ren Fair?
Whoa. I forgot that was happening.
You've got a lot of stuff going on right now.
I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm working Saturday, but I don't.
You weren't planning on it, but
I wasn't planning on it just because I forgot it existed.
Yeah. It's not this weekend. Or whatever the 7th and 8th are. Is that this weekend? Yeah, that is this weekend. I don't know how to tell dates.
Well, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure if this coming weekend wasn't the last weekend, that the question would have been phrased slightly differently. Like one of the last weekends.
Yes.
Maybe-
I'm glad we coordinated our colors today. Didn't even realize we were doing that.
Well, I've been wearing this shirt for way too long.
Yeah, nice.
Because I'm doing that thing where I'm doing physical labor all day, so I'm like, I'm just letting the sweat dry and start up again tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that's just smart.
Which I will apologize to anyone who recently updated their browser to get smell-o-vision. But I also think that was just a weird dream I had. I don't think that's a real thing.
I think both could be true equally. So you're working on your house today, yeah?
Expletive deleted, standing expletive deleted floors.
Oh, you've been working so hard on those floors. The wood is so pretty, though.
It's well, like, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure it's oak. I'm pretty sure this is 100-year-old oak. No wonder it's been difficult. It's 100-year-old oak.
I think you're right. Like, looking at how beautiful it is. And isn't your house from, like, when was it built? Like, early 1900s?
Yeah, early 1900s. Like, it's
So it very well.
I don't know the exact date, but it's one of it's. If it's not a century, it's approaching it.
Yeah.
Which is good. Honest, you know what? Here's the thing. I don't think I can go back to drywall.
Now that you've experienced real.
Yeah, we've been experiencing really crazy weather lately, and we will continue to, because the polar vortex is not going to stabilize. So weather will be different from my whole life. I get to learn a whole new weather system. Almost like a new climate, like it's changed somehow. So we've had like weird mix of hot days and cold days. And I have to tell you, on a hot day, the sun beats on the condo and it gets very uncomfortable in there pretty quickly. And it doesn't get uncomfortable in here, like at all, during the day if it's cool at night. Like the plaster and the brick, it all just it's a heat sink. And it's just way more livable.
Yeah, like, well, our house in LA was built in the 20s, doesn't have air conditioning, and it's basically like kind of impossible to put air conditioning in it. But it's also like there's really, even on the hottest of hot days, because it has trees around it and because it's built like in the old-timey way, there's really only like 3 or 4 days out of the year where it's super hot.
I feel like I'm very lucky with placement too, because the back gets morning light and the front only gets like you only get direct light in the windows when the sun starts setting. It's gorgeous and wonderful, and I think that's also part of what's been keeping it cooler during the day. Plus, there's a bunch of trees across the street, and And here's an advantage I have that you don't. I suspect that if I get a couple of fans on the second floor just blowing out, exhausting, and I open the cellar door, that'll bring up cold air. I don't think I'll need air conditioning.
Yeah,
I
or
don't-
if you do, it'll only be like for a week out of the year or something.
Yeah, also, I'm not going to pay for air conditioning for a week out of the year. So I don't think I'm going to have air conditioning, but I think it's going to be more tolerable than I thought.
Yeah, because if you do the basement and like even like you said, like do the exhaust fan, like you kind of have your own, that's kind of making your own heat pump or whatever.
Yeah, I figure if I can just exhaust any of the hot air and pull up some cool air from the base, and I'm hoping just opening the window, just opening the cellar door will do it. But if I need to, I can put like a box fan right outside that door to help draw cool air up.
I
And
think it's a
box
good
fan
idea.
is much cheaper than an air conditioner.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hello, welcome. Yay. I like this. I will say though, like I'm not on the right version of this. But I don't mind the little options we have here. I wish we had our regular crafting background. That's the only thing I wish.
I
But
do like that background.
yeah, but we'll just have to exist in this space.
We'll just have to use that as the screensaver for our minds.
Yeah. We all remember what it looked like. Oh, I think Kitty can join us. Should we bring her on or should we just leave her backstage?
I don't know. Let's have a kitty backstage just for us. Nobody else gets a kitty.
Yeah, that's right. And then we just see what Kitty's doing and then what? No, we can't tell you. No. Wait. Did you do that, Cubby? Did you fix it?
No, I can't do anything.
Wait. Oh, that was real close.
I fixed it when I flashed you.
Incredible.
That must have been what happened.
Wow, I can't believe it. Wow. Wow. We just needed a kitty. They're like, sorry, we have to wait. You can't have your full access until Kitty gets here.
I guess so. With our powers combined.
Yeah. And then let me see, because I know we usually make our
squares are smaller than they normally are.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can change that up. There it is.
Hey.
Or
That's nice.
even can I do no?
No, that's what it was.
No, that's worse. No, that's the best option. Okay, good. And then I gotta change our color up. We want it yellow, right? Yeah.
I mean, that's the color it is. That's the proper color.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. Yeah, nailed it.
Yo,
Wait, here's what I wanted.
I know we don't usually talk about food fads until they're long dead and horrifying, but there were Doritos Minis on clearance, which I think means that they're going away. So,
and what strange packaging.
Yeah, it's like okay. So here's the thing. I got these all in because I was like, what's up with this deal? You know that like last bag when you get all the crushed Doritos at the end? Like you just get a giant mouthful of like Dorito shreds.
Yeah.
It's a can of that.
Oh, they're not just like tiny little Doritos?
They're tiny little Doritos, but it feels like the leftovers.
Amazing.
It's fantastic.
Those little leftover dusty things also very good to add in to like if you're doing fried chicken, like breaded chicken. Add some little crushed Doritos in there.
I thought you were gonna say salad, but it would also work like as a crouton, and it would also like alleviate the healthiness of the salad, so you're not bogged down with all that nutrition.
Well, as someone from as someone from Pittsburgh, it is traditional to put French fries on your salad. So,
I like to make sandwiches. One of my favorite sandwiches is peanut butter and Doritos.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's so good. Crunchy, warm little, yeah.
I like putting peanut butter on my hot dog.
That seems like it would work. Peanut butter and meat go together.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Nina Lee says, so Hubs brought home freeze-dried Skittle poppers. I've never seen them before. They are the most bizarre roller coaster of taste I've ever experienced. You have to tell us more. What is a freeze-dried Skittle popper?
Oh, you haven't seen those?
No.
Oh, yeah. So it's just Skittles that have been freeze-dried. And so their little shell pops open and their little guts are exposed because they're like puffed up. Yeah, freeze-dried candy is like a whole thing now. I was just seeing the freeze-dried Skittles. They were in just in like specialty shops, like candy shops, but now I've seen them in the grocery store. I mean, the gas station.
Wow. That's so the texture is probably what, like crunchier and lighter?
I haven't actually eaten them. I've only seen them with my eyeballs.
Wow.
But they do like expand, so you know they're gonna be harder, but they're gonna have a lot of air in them, so they'll like probably like explode in your mouth and then dissolve.
Whoa, that's crazy. Okay, I see. They kind of like pop. They're like a little. The middle poofs out, so they're like a little sandwich almost with a little candy cap on the top. I feel like that's like 10 years from now, the kids are going to be like, do you remember freeze-dried Skittle poppers? People are going to be like, that's a thing you made up. Nina Lee says, it's like Crunch, but airy, if that makes sense. And every once in a while, you still get a chewy Skittle part. That sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I've had other freeze-dried candy, but I can't tell you for the life of me what they were. Do you remember freeze-dried ice cream?
Oh, yeah. Delicious.
Yeah, astronaut ice cream. That's the ice cream that astronauts ate in space.
Yeah. Nothing cooler than that.
It's hard. I think you can still get it in like children's museums.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
And like pet food.
It might all be the same batch. Like the packaging looks the same, and there's no reason it would ever go bad.
Yeah.
So we don't actually know if astronaut ice cream is a renewable resource or not.
Yeah, not enough time has passed.
Yeah.
Well, if we want more of it, we have to go back to space for it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we have to fund NASA. Think about what freeze-dried desserts we're missing out on.
Yeah, the only way you can make them is by taking it up into space, and you let the ice cream out in the cold vacuum of space, then you pull it back in. That's how you make freeze-dried ice cream.
Obviously.
Yeah. It's a very expensive process.
That's why you can only get it at the museum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
So
you need the hookup. NASA's
what?
not going to. A grocery store isn't going to work. And NASA's not going to work with a grocery store.
Yeah. So as you can see, I'm in my car right now. I thought I was gonna have a regular crafting day, but I got called into understudy very last minute, like 6 a.m. So I'm doing the show from my car. So it'll need to be a shorter show, unless Kitty, you can't take over for it, can you?
I don't have any admin powers.
Yeah.
Cubby has to leave
magic.
too.
What?
Is Cubby gonna have to leave too?
Yeah, because like I made the StreamYard.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's fine. We'll just have a little bit of a shorter show today. I just got to go at 10:30 so that I have time to go get in my costume and be a nun.
10:30, but it's 1
no,
o'clock already.
Not a nun. That's my other role.
Wait, so Cubby can't run it then?
No, Cubby got booted out of admin.
Yeah, it does that thing, like it happens to me, and then it's like a whole thing. You gotta like text Paulo because technically he's the one who runs it, and he's gotta like you get the code. He's got to give you the code because it only goes to him. It's like a whole thing.
I've done it plenty of times before, back when I used to bug him to get the code, but now I just don't do it because I just don't do it enough.
Oh, Nina's here. Okay, Nina says, Kitty, you should be able to stay as long as you're already in, even if I go away.
No, that definitely, yeah, I think that tracks.
Okay, sweet. Well, I'll go away and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna leave around when show shuts just so I can get back to sanding.
Oh yeah, because you've got work to do. Well then let's just relax. We'll just do a shorter show today. It's all good.
Yeah.
But speaking of, should we do some trivia while we have time, Mia?
Well, this is the last time I'll be able to do the show in a while.
Oh yeah, that's right, everybody. So Cubby has a fantastic new job. But unfortunately, it means he's going to be busy most Wednesday mornings. So it's just going to be me and like Kitty and Mab when you can come join, and maybe a few other people. But yeah, this is our last little crafting show with Cubby for a little while.
Oh,
I don't know how we're going to do it.
We're going to miss you.
We're going to miss you.
We're not going to be able to do it.
It means I have to be responsible. Too much pressure.
Only as responsible as I've been, so
that's too much pressure. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. But wait, here, very important. Yay.
Well.
Whoa, I made Kitty disappear.
Hey.
Kitty's back. I brought stage 2.
What's
nice.
That?
Is that trivia? What is that trivia on? What is stage 2 trivia? I remember you telling me, but now I don't remember.
Stage 2 trivia gives you 6 random trivia questions and then asks you to figure out what the theme of all of the answers is.
It's so good.
Okay.
It's like a weird follow-up?
Well, it claims to be, like the next stage of trivia. So it's like, Trivial Pursuit, we're one stage beyond because we've got a theme to our answers.
Which I love.
It did come out during the early 80s trivia boom. So
Amazing. So we're not
Some
going
of
to know
these questions.
any answers. All right,
And
so
also, one nice thing is we don't have to wait to the end to hear the answers because it comes in this wonderful little waiter's notebook that has an answer reveal key in the back.
whoa. Oh, cool. So we can just do each question,
Yeah,
find out the answer. I'll type the answers in the chat, and then we can all try and figure out what the theme is.
yes.
Okay. And then
Sure.
so for those of you who are joining us for the first time or just need a refresher, the way this works is usually we wait till the end to reveal the answers, but that's not how we're going to play now. We're going to do each question one at a time. If you think you know the answer, write it in the chat. We're all playing together, so if anyone gets one wrong, we all lose. But if anyone gets one right, we all win. All right.
Okay. I almost showed the first answer on screen because I was showing off the viewer, but it's also a really easy one, so I think we're going to get it.
Okay.
What 6-month American conflict was fought both in Cuba and in the Philippines?
Ooh. Can you say it one more time?
What 6-month American conflict was fought both in Cuba and in the Philippines?
6-month American conflict fought both in Cuba and the Philippines. I think I know.
The Cuban-Philippine Missile Crisis.
Yeah, it's just the Philippines that's kind of throwing me off, but maybe they just weren't mentioned.
Oh, no. Well, here's the thing. The Cuban, the missile crisis was in response to Bay of Pigs, but the Bay of Pigs was not an official American conflict. It was a coordinated attempt between the mafia and the CIA. But I think we still don't acknowledge that as an official American conflict.
So I don't actually know if I know the answer to this one. But you said it was easy, so now I'm confused.
Well, if you're just thinking of the wrong period of history, because it happened earlier in the 20th century. The only official war we were fought in Cuba. Don't tell me you don't remember the Maine. Remember the Maine, everyone! The Maine! The Maine! The Spanish-American War.
Oh. Wow.
It was actually started by yellow journalism. Hearst wanted a war, so he started a war. The rallying cry was "Remember the Maine," because the U.S. battleship Maine burned down in Havana, but it was probably just an accident.
And they're like, well, Hearst.
Actually, I mean, it's as bad as it sounds. There was a very famous instrument where he put a very famous teacher. He sent him down there to like capture images, and he wired back, and he was like, "There's no war down here." And Hearst wired back, "You provide the pictures, I'll provide the war."
Oh. Wow.
Was it Audubon? It might have been Audubon. It's somebody who's more remembered for their nature painting.
Might have been Audubon. It's around the right time period.
Yeah, it was. I just remember, like, I've heard that thing, and then I found out who it was, and I was like, what? It was him?
Wow. Good bit of history, Cubby. Okay, so it's the first clue is the Spanish-American War?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first clue is Spanish-American War.
Okay.
What is the term for distortion of the news that got its name from a political cartoon by Richard Outcault?
So I'm going to hold off to give people a chance to write this down, but I think we already may have said the term in our discussion. Maybe. Can you read the question one more time?
What is the term for distortion of the news that got its name from a political cartoon by Richard Outcault?
I think I know what it is.
I think I figured out what you think it is, and
But I don't know if that's right.
I don't know what it is,
doesn't
but
come from a
Jasper
political cartoon. It comes from a Sunday Funny.
Marmaduke.
Yeah.
The Yellow Kid.
We have just some guy says wagging the dog as a guess. Also, hello, pretty orange cat.
He had to leave because he knew the answer and he didn't want to say it.
It's I'm out of here. Can't control myself.
You know what? I think it feels. I'm going to say propaganda.
Ooh. Okay. That's a good guess. I'm going to
Which is
say
also what it's called when a British person really looks hard at something. Gives it a propaganda, he does.
that's a good one. I know this isn't right, but I'm going to say yellow journalism. That's not correct, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Yeah. Sorry. Also weirdly, like, I'm freaking out because I've seen just pictures of the new live action Snow White thing, and Dopey looks exactly like the Yellow Kid.
That's
It's
weird.
just not in yellow.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's. Oh, it is yellow journalism.
Hey.
All right, great job. I just feel calling the Yellow Kid a political cartoon is a bit much, considering
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Political cartoon.
Ooh,
All right.
who
So I'm
was
going
the
to write
devout
that.
man? Oh, sorry.
Yellow journalism. Oh, does Shoshi shirt say Kurt Vonnegut? It does. It's a Breakfast of Champions shirt that my partner got me, and I love it.
That's freaking awesome. You should have a martini while wearing that.
I should. I very much should.
So I'll admit I haven't read that one.
Oh,
but
it's
I
my
have
favorite
seen the
one.
movie.
Oh,
There's a movie?
yeah.
There's a movie,
Oh.
and it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
But
It
the
really-
cast is spectacular.
Who?
The what is
Bruce-
spectacular?
The cast.
Cast. Oh yeah, the cast is spectacular.
Because honestly, everyone is very well cast, and Albert Finney as Kilgore Trout is goddamn brilliant.
It's just it's a book that should not be made into a movie because it's such a book. Like, so if you've never read the book, it's like really you could call it like an early postmodernism book because it really like plays with the fact that it is a book. So like you'll be reading and then there'll just be like a sketch and it gets very meta and like the characters realize they're in a book and the author comes into it and like it works really well as a book, and then as a movie you're like there's nothing really special or interesting about it because all those tricks and interesting things aren't that interesting in a movie. Like they're more interesting in a book as you're reading it.
It almost works with that Kilgore Trout scenes because they do this thing where there's kind of the implication that Kilgore Trout is at risk of falling into another dimension at any whenever he's near a mirror. They never get into it, they never explain it. It's just super weird, but also Albert Finney, like, of course it almost works.
But it is my favorite of his novels.
Oh, I definitely should read it then.
It's so good. There've been a couple people who've tried to do movie adaptations of his book, and not many of them work. But if you ever get a chance to see Mother Night, that's like, it's almost better than the book, the movie. It's really good, and it's actually like kind of really relevant to our current situation. So it's about a guy in World War II who is hired to give like secret messages to the army, and the way he's able to do that is by hiding the secret messages in inflammatory, racist, right-wing ranting radio broadcasts, because he's able to like keep those radio broadcasts happening in like Germany doesn't stop them because they're like, yeah, we agree with everything he's saying, but it's actually a front to like pass these secret messages along. And it's really about like, what are the power of words and how does that influence people? And anyway, it's really good. Recommend. Nick Nolte, John Candy, great movie. Anyway, trivia.
Yeah, no, you told me about that before. I do want to watch it and read it. I just never get to things.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you, though, Shosh.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta double check. You don't hear that dog barking at all, do you?
A little bit. Just a tiny bit.
Okay. If it gets bad, I can close the window and that should muffle it a little bit. Because he's not gonna stop.
Barely hear it.
Who was the devout man of Jerusalem who was allowed by God to see the infant Jesus?
Whoa. What a wild question.
Yeah.
I thought other people came to see him.
Yeah, say that one more time. Who was the what now?
Who was the devout man of Jerusalem who was allowed by God to see the infant Jesus?
Oh. Is it like Elijah or something? He was always getting to do stuff.
Oh, yeah, like
he saw him in like a vision or something.
Yeah. That's what's throwing me. I thought it was in real time. I was going back to like nativity stories, but I think you're right.
But I don't know, but maybe not, because just some guy says, I know the story, but I can't remember his name. It wasn't Elijah. And it wasn't Elisha.
I vaguely remember a story of like a dude who was like crazy old, but like knew he wasn't going to die before he saw Jesus, and like
and God
was like here you go, you can die now. I will let you. I will give you the release of death.
Yeah, it was like that.
I don't remember that one.
That guy, but I don't remember his name. But we're gonna find out right now.
Right now.
Simeon.
How do you spell that?
Simeon. Like it might be Simon.
Like Simon Peter?
Like Simon, but there's an extra E in there.
Oh wait, how do you spell it again?
Simone.
Simeon.
Eon. Oh, Simeon.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like a real obscure That's obscure. Oh, it was when Jesus was brought to the temple.
Also, like, I gotta say,
Yeah.
I'm really, really freaking lost for what the theme with these answers could be.
I know.
Let's
I'm very
look
confused.
at them all when we
Okay.
get them.
So we have a quick little extra special guest, everybody.
Oh, wow.
Howdy.
This is my friend Sky,
Hey there.
who I am giving a ride to the theater today. She also works at Theatricum.
Yep.
And so the way when I do my car show, I'm like parked in the parking lot of like a Starbucks and stealing their internet.
The proof.
the
right
proof.
there. Right there.
So I'm also giving a ride to Sky, and I've got to go in like 10 minutes. So she's just gonna join us. So what we're doing trivia.
Oh
So
God.
you can just
okay.
help us answer the last couple. We have how many more questions? 3.
All right.
3 more questions.
Okay, let's
more
do them real quick.
questions.
So
And
because
then
there's
we
a
have to
delay,
figure out what the theme of the answers is.
once we have all 6 answers, there's like a theme
Okay.
that we can figure out. But there's a delay in the stream, so if you know the answer, just like
Keep it.
keep it
all right.
just a little bit to give everyone a chance to answer.
Don't worry. I probably won't know anything. So you're going to be all right.
Okay.
I haven't known any yet.
I haven't known any yet.
Okay,
They've been
cool.
very interesting. Okay.
Alrighty. Let's go.
What leading lady is more famous for her private life than her part in Peg Oh My Heart?
Also, these
Marilyn
questions are
Monroe.
from the 80s.
Oh, okay. Because I was going, if it was from the 30s, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I got you. But yeah,
Well,
from the 80s.
But
from
is
the
it the
80s.
like I want to be left alone? Is that who they're referencing?
Don't know. I listened to a lot of You Must Remember This, and there was a very public divorce case for, I think, Maureen O'Hara.
Yeah.
I think that's
that's why,
who it is.
That's why that sounded so familiar. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll put in for that.
That's what I'm gonna guess. Yeah. Fantastic actress.
Yeah, love her.
Are we right?
No, it was Marion Davies.
No! Oh God, that would relate. Oh, I saw it. Yeah.
Marion Davies.
I'm just gonna say, if y'all had a question about like William Hearst or something, that would connect.
We did earlier.
That would connect because they had a whole thing.
Maybe
They
that's
were-
that's the theme.
I'm just gonna
You
say.
know what? Considering the Spanish-American War and yellow journalism,
And yellow journalism
I didn't
is William
suspect that
Hearst.
Hearst is the theme.
I
We're
think
getting-
that's
there's
pretty
a
much
chance
Citizen
the final
Kane.
question is going to be about Citizen Kane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
guessing.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
So I
Let's
said
see.
30s and I was right. Okay, well, 41, but you know.
Last question.
What kind of letter is sent from? What kind of letter is sent from a number of people to others, often in the hope of making money?
Oh, okay. I think I know
Yeah.
what this is. I'm gonna hold off a little bit
Mhm.
to let people answer.
The amount of work that I took just to go.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm good.
I don't see anyone putting in an answer yet.
Yeah.
Is it chain?
That's what I was gonna say.
That
Oh,
is also what I thought, and that is the correct answer.
Okay. Because I was like, the other option is pyramid scheme, but
Yeah.
yeah, but
And
no,
I think it's
chain
too
letter.
early for spam
Yeah. No, it would be probably,
letter.
it would either be chain letter or pyramid
Definitely
scheme,
chain
but I would assume chain letter.
Okay, so our answers
That's actually
are
really good. That's extra difficult too, because I feel like chain letters have outlived the financial thing.
Yeah.
Like they used to be like you have to send money to the sender, but they kind of lived on as just a superstition.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so our answers are Oh wait, we have one more question, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's
Oh wait, did I freeze or did Cubby freeze?
Cubby freeze did.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We'll just hold for a moment in suspension. Oh, what did you say here? Speaking of pyramid schemes, Mayor Fingal was framed by a pyramid scheme. Nice. Just some guy. You. Okay, cool. So while we're waiting for Cubby's stream to come back on. Hi everyone, this is my friend Sky. Sky works at Theatricum with me. She's an actress in this show, and then also does like the soundscape for Midsummer.
Yes.
And is an amazing musician and plays like how many instruments?
6-ish.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not like good, but I play them. Play them enough to get through on a show. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Cubby might have been kicked off completely, and we have one more question. Oh no.
We
Where
can't
is
let this
Jen?
go.
Okay, but I think we have a good, not a terrible guess about what the theme is, because we have Spanish American War, Yellow Journalism, Simeon, Marion Davies, and Chain.
And isn't San Simeon, wasn't that his place?
Oh, yes.
His place is San Simeon. Yeah, Hearst Castle is in, I believe it's San Simeon.
Yes,
San
it
Simeon.
is. And then what's the chain though?
Chain.
I wonder what that's a chain
Well,
letter.
Okay, I don't know if this is going to. I mean, this is. I'm going really crazy here.
Hey. Yay! Perfect timing. Okay, last question.
Yeah,
last
yeah,
question.
let's
Last
go.
question.
For some reason my internet is cut out. What was the perfection of Alfred Knopf and Charles Scribner?
Ooh. Ask one more time.
Yeah.
What was the profession of Alfred Knopf and Charles Scribner?
I thought Scrivener was a profession.
It is not what his profession was.
Was it?
Although
was
it was related.
Isn't Alfred Knopf
Is it?
a publisher?
Yeah.
Publisher?
Publisher?
Isn't that what Alfred Knopf did?
Yeah, it's either
Am I high?
or editor, right?
Yeah.
Editor.
Yeah. One or the
Yeah.
other. And
Publisher.
publisher. Okay. So I think that confirms
Please.
it. The theme is.
William Randolph.
Randolph Hearst.
Hey.
Confirmed.
Yeah. Go
Yes.
us, go us. And
We're
on that
so
note,
smart.
we're so smart. And on
Yeah.
that note, we will have to end our lovely stream for I Must Go and get into costume and perform.
Yes, we must act.
We must perform on
We must
stage.
Have so much fun.
Cubby, we love you and we're gonna miss you for the
Oh.
summer. Have fun. Keep us updated with everything. And if you like keep me updated, I'll keep everybody else updated because I know everyone's like excited for you. And if anyone's in the Philadelphia area, come by Old City and you're at the visitors. No, you're at the.
Yeah, I'm at the Independence Visitor Center, but also like, if you're near Philadelphia, just check out this program. Just drop by and spend an afternoon hearing stories from history for completely free.
It's so fun. It's so
Cool.
there are these little they give you a map and there's little benches. You can walk to them all and you just sit down and you hear an amazing story. It's like one of my favorite things that Philadelphia does. It's really great.
Rad.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, and you might
For
see
American flag, and you get a store sticker every time you hear a story. They'll give you a run a carousel.
what?
That's cool.
All right,
We're
Cubby,
having a good
I'm so glad we got to do this show today. And we'll see you again soon. Kitty, thank you so much for joining us. Sky, thank you for joining us.
Of course. Thanks so much. Glad to meet y'all.
So I'm gonna end the show now, as we always do, with the Crafting, crafting, crafting with Joshi and Cubby. What will we make today? What is the dice of the day? Crafting, creating, collaborating. What would an octopus say? Trivia questions, hooray! Creating, clickbaiting, can't hardly waiting for the crafting show. A crafting show with Cubby and Joshi.